What up, gamers? Fencer here, and welcome back to Frontline 2 Exilium. So last time we finished up the Mimi's Runner's Loop event quest, and now we're moving on to the next event quest, which is the Life Rekindled. You know, it does feel kind of weird just saying that because I feel like usually I just go through the main story of the game. Like I would just do that instead of like the event quest, but yeah, this game is mainly told through the event quest, at least after the main campaign over here. And also too, in this video, it is the 99th video so far in this Let's Play series, which, yeah, the next will be 100. And yeah, man, it's been a journey, man. A lot of reading, but also a lot of fun too. But yeah, let's go do it, man. Life Rekindled. So yeah, this came with the release of Chohua over here, and also right now in the banner is a rerun of Centauressi. Right now, I'm kind of like debating on getting her or not, because like right now for the Suchiro Cafe, like she's pretty much all I need left to like finish up that whole like lore theme that I want to make out of them. But we'll see. The thing is, like, I'm also trying to wait out for Andorus and Belka, and I feel like at any time now, like they'll probably be released, but I just don't know when. Anyways, here we go. Let's go and begin the story over here. Let's go with this. Alright. And view. Let's go and see what's up, man. Without Chohua. Frame self-diagnosis complete. System self-diagnosis complete. Attempting to connect to local area network failed. Accessing neural cloud backup failed. Selecting new neural log destination directory. Neural cloud will be backed up to a local destination. Confirmed. What is your model? Oh my. A loud bang shatters the silence, and swaying rays of lights cut through the darkness. For a moment, the dazzling light shines right into the doll's eyes, seemingly igniting a fire within them. State your frame model. SSD-62D. Your employer? Not here. They don't know you either. Name. Chohua. Ever seen these before? No. Ever been here before? No. Where did you put the stolen goods? I didn't. Look, I told you. I haven't even seen them before. What made the drag marks? Don't know. Do you know what the neon is? Obviously I do. It's a legend from my hometown. Last question. Do you know the scavengers? Of course. Chohua opens her eyes wide and glares at the one-way mirror in the room like she's taunting it. She knows someone is watching her through it. Yeah, this is kind of weird. It is not what I was expecting. Like looking at the event art with like Sabrina and stuff, I thought it'd be a bit more festive here, a bit more fun. But right now it feels more like scary and mysterious. It's true that I came here for the scavengers, but it's also true that I wasn't involved in any funny business. And no matter how long you decide to lock me up here to let me reflect on my actions, no matter how many times you question me, my answer will always be the same. I didn't do it. So is she like, probably like in jail or prison, one of those. Look, we're back here. Is this still at the Jacob's place? I mean, it's probably not. It's probably just a generic, market store background thing. Sunlight streams through the structural beams overhead, giving the cold air the illusion of warmth. As Sabrina walks through the trade fair, her eyes light up as she takes in the items on display and the bright red festive decorations. I wish that would be reflected in the background art. Wow, it's cheese. You hardly ever see this in the yellow zone. Can I buy some, please? Ooh, and there are ketchup, ham, and sausages too. The commander might want to try these. I do wonder if... I'm guessing this takes place after. I'm guessing from here on out, like all the story so far has been in a chronological order, It's just sometimes they do switch things up. Oh yeah, okay, it is definitely at least after, because Groza is here. It's true that the ingredients here are rather uncommon in the Yellow Zone, but this isn't the time to think about what we'll be eating, no? Remember our mission, Sabrina. Yeah, I thought maybe, if it was maybe before the Mimus Wonders loop, maybe like this was before they reunite with the commander, and that she was like thinking of something to buy. But no, Groza's here, so I'm guessing it's already happening afterwards. I'm sorry. It's just that things were so peaceful that I ended up. But this is urgent. Sabrina turns to a nearby stall owner and begins, uh, gesticulating wildly as she speaks, with her fingers pinched. Excuse me, but have you seen a doll? She's about this tall, a bit shorter than me, with a fiery color scheme, and looks very energetic and lively? No, wait. The last time I saw her was several years ago. What if she's neither fiery nor energetic now? No, there can't be. I'm sure she's still doing fine. That's interesting, so she hasn't met her in a while. I guess the agreement was like 10 years ago, right? Because Sabrina said that she did, meet up with Cho Hua at some point. But that was 7 years ago, so... Okay. I thought it was more like recent, Like they're still like in touch in a way. Calm down. Let the owner put down what he's carrying first. Also, we do have a picture of Cho Hua, didn't we? Don't we? Pardon me, dear customer. Coming through. The man's burden is piled up far above his head. As he brushes past Sabrina, the shaky tower suddenly begins to collapse. Look out! My cargo! Nick, I got it. Are you alright, senor? The stall owner dusts himself off as he gets back to his feet. Thank you, miss. I'm okay as long as my cargo is safe. But you're bleeding. It's just a scratch. However, this cargo is important for the climax of this festive trade fair. If anything happened to it, I won't be able to make up for it even if you docked all my points. I'm just glad you reacted so quickly, miss. Oh yes, I seem to remember you were asking me something. We were separated from one of our friends. Have you seen the doll in this picture? Let me take a look. Yeah, she seems kind of familiar. I think I've seen her before. Wait, really? Lucky us. We only just started looking and we've already found a clue. Have you seen her here? When did you see her? Where did she go? Slow down, miss... No, wait. The doll I saw didn't look like her. I'm sorry, but there are just too many customers and dolls for me to clearly remember. We're having a festive trade fair after all. As for this doll, I might have seen her. Might have not. I can't be sure. A festive trade fair? You didn't know about it? We had a huge rush of customers recently, and most of them came just to attend ours. I'm pretty sure that in the entire Yellow Zone, hardly anyone else is bigger than or better than us. The stall owner unconsciously puffs up his chest as he gives Sabrina a thumbs up. I mean, the festival is almost here, right? Every year we hold a special brokers fair here and lay out all the best stuff we found over the course of the year. Most of it is the good stuff from the Green Zone. You've come to the right place, dear customers. So wait, are we really still in the Jacob's place? You said the broker stuff. Wow, no wonder this place is so crowded. Perhaps did Cho Hua come for the fair too? The busiest time of the fair is still a while off. Once it officially opens in a few days' time, every single bit of empty space here will be stuffed full of people. You see that half-built stage over there? They're setting it up for the opening ceremony. Once it's built, things will be ready to kick off. The owner looks up at the semi-assembled platform, and he can't help his face from creasing with a smile. It seems you're really looking forward to the opening. Will there be a special performance on that day? A performance? Yeah, right. As if anyone would care about that nonsense. On that day, the stuff that the inspector hand out will be the real show. The inspector? Cheese blocks? Collapse pieces? Yes. I would love those. Everything. Food, spices, medicines, clothes, you name it. It's all there. It's a full half year's worth of living supplies, only for permanent residents like us. During this time in previous years, the owner suddenly lowers his voice. Oh, they even like shrink the text size. We'd already have our supplies on hand by this time of year. The auspicious day that the management committee decided on this year is later on, so the opening ceremony is also delayed until that day rolls around. It's apparently some kind of superstition or feng shui business, but I've got my doubts. Oops, I've said too much. After noticing a squad of uniformed security guards walking towards him, the owner immediately shuts up. What I'm saying is, since we've all waited an entire year for this, what's a few days more? In any case, welcome to my stall, miss. Would you like anything? Even if you don't have it in stock, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to recommend a suitable place to you. Well, I like the cheese you have here, but something urgent just came up. Sabrina looks away from the stall owner's eager gaze and quickly pushes Rosa elsewhere. Brokers' fairs like this are a rare sight in the Yellow Zone. Actually seeing one in the flesh is an eye-opener. It's hard to stay tense in an atmosphere like this. It's almost like a festival, in fact. Xiaohua, did she really go missing here? I don't see anything around that could threaten a tactical doll. Rosa scans her surroundings. They're surrounded by people moving goods, people decorating their stalls, people browsing through said stalls, and the air is filled with life and cheeriness that she hasn't seen in a while. This place is too big. We need to be more efficient. I'll inquire at those stalls over there. I'll leave this place to you, Sabrina. Remember to stay in touch. Once we've finished scouting our assigned areas, we'll head back to meet up with the commander. Don't worry about it. Leave the matter of the cheese aside for now. Rosa lightly pats Sabrina on the back, then turns and leaves without looking back. As the sun slowly descends in the western sky, the shadows of the crowd slowly begin to elongate. Commander, we're back. How did it go? Did you hear anything about Xiaohua? It's just like the reports from before. The security in the settlement is quite good, and the stallholders at this fair are more relaxed when talking to us. Their weariness is lower, and they seem to be working together to focus on sales. Security is being handled by those patrolling guards. Unfortunately, there was no news about Xiaohua, and while this might not be relevant, I'm somewhat concerned about that festive trade fair. You mean the one that's going to begin in a few years, or a few days? I saw posters for it nearby while I was looking for information. Yes, it seems this community has a tradition of holding a special trade fair. In the past, the residents would receive half a year's worth of daily necessities on the opening ceremony, so everyone's looking forward to the start of the trade fair. However, what got my attention was the fact that the opening of this year's fair seems to have been delayed. I don't get it. What does this have to do with Xiaohua? Well, it's just an unfounded guess. I might be overthinking things. Commander, we need more time to make a breakthrough in this case. Is Xiaohua alright? She hasn't responded to our calls or texts. What exactly happened to her? Sabrina pulls out the text message log. The last one was sent 43 hours ago. Something big happened. Wait for me, Xiaohua, aka Hawk. It's been 43 hours. If only we seen her most recent coordinates. If only her most recent coordinates were more precise. She's a big girl. She couldn't be hiding anywhere around here. Sabrina looks down at her communicator. The gray dot representing Xiaohua's location does not move, and its stillness seems a little oppressive. Worrying about her won't do us any good. We need to find her ASAP. That'll answer all of our questions. It'll be fine, Sabrina. Have some faith in Xiaohua. Considering she could survive in the Yellow Zone by herself for all these years, I think she can look after herself for a few days even if she ran into a bit of trouble. Let's focus on gathering information here. That said, we need to be careful, pose as fair-goers from the outside, and don't draw the attention of the local police again. Yep, Xiaohua will be fine, right? I mean, we'll see. Alright, that was part 1. Now we got a battle over here. I see robots. Man, when is the Dish of Naya event gonna come back? Cause I missed that event, man. I missed that whole event. You know, that'll be nice to do, like if they ever revisit like the doll community again. 12 hours ago. The elbow suddenly breaks and abruptly wakes me from my nap. Outside the windows, an unknown light source is slowly brightening the sky. Commander, did we disrupt your sleep? We're almost at our destination. According to our planned route, we're still a short distance away. I'm trying to figure out why we stopped. So yeah, this is definitely not the Jacob area. We're, you know... Well, yeah, we did leave at the end, right? We did leave at the end. I thought maybe we just came back to it, but no, I think this is us just like traveling to a different place. The door to the ops room opens, and then Mei Ling and Sabrina enters inside. Commander, are we there yet? Shohua! Commander! Is it me, or are there tons of vehicles up ahead? Am I seeing things? Is my sanity slipping because I pulled off too many all-nighters? Oh yeah, I don't want this, I'm still young. Mei Ling, I don't think you're seeing things. Rosa pulls up the radar display, and a big screen is filled with densely packed blips representing various vehicles. They're spreading out in a fan shape, moving slowly and erratically. Most of these vehicles are still operational, and I don't hear any sounds of fighting, so it's probably not a traffic incident caused by the firefight. If I'm not wrong, this looks like a traffic jam, Commander. Ooh, so it was a traffic jam, thank goodness. I thought I was seeing... Huh, what? Wait, a traffic jam? In the yellow zone? Mei Ling lifts her head with a dazed look on her face, then pinches her cheeks. Yeah, that hurt, but no, I'm not dreaming. Huh? I didn't know you could get traffic jams in places other than the green zone. It's hard to believe, but considering we are in an unregulated area with no traffic laws, once the traffic volumes exceeds the design capacity of the local roads, in the absence of people to direct traffic and adding on weather issues, traffic jams are a definite possibility. Commander, we can't drive the MCV into a situation like this. We'll need to change our mode of transportation to reach our destination. How about our jeeps? Before that, let's verify our current information, Groza. Yes, Commander. Groza removes the radar image of the vehicles and rearranges the main display, centering a single line of big text. Something happened. Wait for me. Chohua, aka Hawk. 24 hours ago, Type 97S, or Chohua, as she's now known, lost contact after sending a message to us and Aminda. She was scheduled to rendezvous with us immediately. Subsequently, wait, there's Aminda and Amida. I forgot which one it was. I remember it was one of them. That's the one girl with that heart thing on her head, right? That one little girl that we saved with Perry. Asking for help. Chohua's last known location was at the coordinates up ahead, inside a settlement called Darksteel Farm. That sounds kind of cool though, Darksteel Farm. Zoom in on Darksteel Farm and pull up any annotations you might have. Yes, Commander. According to the intel provided by Aminda, okay, it's probably Aminda. Amido's probably the typo. While this settlement is called a farm, it no longer has any agricultural capability, being a legacy title from before the war. It was abandoned for a long time before being taken over by a group known as the Management. It is currently one of the most secure regions in the Yellow Zone. And dolls can still go missing in such a secure place. Seems worse than people going missing in lawless areas. The ops room door opens and a newcomer slides into our discussion. Well, this is the Yellow Zone after all. The fact that these settlements are still standing at all is a minor miracle. And to be fair, the Darksteel Farm is quite well known among us brokers. Perry, what are you doing here? I mean, I feel like when it comes to brokers and stuff, she's probably, qualified to be here. I came to see if I could help out. I dare say my knowledge of the Yellow Zone is second to none. Don't worry about me, Commander. Keep going through the intel. So that's the geography of the farm. It's in a good place. It has cliffs on 3 sides, making it very defensible. Definitely a good place for the settlement. Perhaps that's why they rebuilt it after it was abandoned. So you're saying that we have to assault them on the side with a comparatively gentle slope? The side that is currently clogged up with vehicles? I don't think the situation is serious enough that we have to mount a frontal assault. The management has set up a security checkpoint at a sole pass leading to the farm. Anyone with an entry permit obtained from a broker or a sufficiently well-known faction can enter after passing their inspection. An entry permit? I think I have some friends who have done business with the Darksteel before. They might be able to help. Want me to try hitting them up? No need for that. Amindo's already applied to get some for us. Their entry guidelines also state that pretty much all forms of heavy weaponry are prohibited within Darksteel Farm. Also, the number of combat-capable dolls allowed to enter these settlements is limited, as you can see on the screen. That's all the intel that we have, Commander. Please. A loud alert fills the air, and a comms request from Aminda fills the main screen, interrupting Gross's words. Commander, it's from Aminda. Put her through. Hello, Chohwa's commander. Oh, hey, Miss Perry's there too. Thanks for your help during the race. I'm glad everyone made it out safely. I'm guessing that you've already reached Darksteel Farm by now. I became a little frantic because Chohwa's signal suddenly vanished. I only remember some details later. Once I was able to calm down, I'm glad you guys haven't headed out yet. We still have time, Aminda. Don't worry. Take your time. Okay. I've already transferred Chohwa's affiliation to the MO. Darksteel Farm has tons of rules and regulations, so I think that'll help you get her back to more easily. Got it. Thank you. Also, I have one more piece of news. Aminda lowers her head, looking for something. Found it. Darksteel Farm has its own currency, so visitors have to go through a currency exchange to trade resources for a virtual currency called contribution points before they make purchases. So please prepare ahead of time if you plan to rest and resupply inside the settlement. That sounds very similar to Green Zone credits to me. Each region has its own independence credits, but I always thought everyone would stick to collapse pieces or Sardis gold in contamination zones like the underground brokers do. Yup. Trades in collapse pieces do exist, but it's only for large-scale transactions between the management and underground brokers. All goods in the farm belong to the farm, and the residents earn contribution points through their labor, which they exchange for items they need to survive. That system is similar to how things work in the safe zones, but don't confuse that place with an actual satellite city. It's a yellow zone settlement through and through. Aminda raises her head again and looks at us. Right, that's all the intel I have. I won't take up any more of your time, so please go find Johua ASAP. She's a capable assistant and a good friend of mine. If I just had more manpower on my side. Well, that's enough about that. In any case, I'm leaving it to you. Hope she comes back safely. After we exchange farewells, Aminda ends the transmission. Your orders, Commander. Since the security situation there is fairly stable, and our objective is just to find Chohua, we'll mount up while keeping a low profile and aim to settle things as quickly as we can. Groza and Sabrina will accompany me through the farm security checkpoints. Everyone else will stand by on the Elmo. Are you not taking me, Commander? I want to help too. Oh wait, that's Perry. I'm still speaking as Aminda. Perry raises her arms and hops around to get my attention. I reach down and pat her head. The comp situation on the MO is better, and staying aboard will allow you to better leverage your intel advantage. Don't worry, you'll be helping me. Well, if you say so, Commander. Commander, the jeep is ready. We can head out anytime. 10 hours ago. Yeah, we're still going back in time. Oh no, wait. How much was the other one again? Wasn't it like... maybe I'll go through the history over here. I think this is advancing in time, right? I thought we were going further back in time. Okay, so that's 2 hours later. I think we're now at 2 hours later. The jeep emerges from the mass of milling vehicles like a ragged lion escaping a stampede of crazed wildebeests before coming to a halt. Covered by searchlights and gun muzzles, the crowd reluctantly forms up into a line. Model of accompanying dolls, number of accompanying dolls, weapon scan authorization, form completed and sent. Commander, I finished filing in the re-inspection form. Now we have to head over to the checkpoint. Looks like we'll be queuing up for a while. Rosa looks at the electronic sign in front of her. Estimated waiting time, 30 minutes. Wow, this is nothing like the rest of the yellow zones. Is it because there are tons of people here? Things here seem pretty stable. Maybe even prosperous? There's a harshness behind that prosperity. Normal settlements wouldn't impose such rigorous security checks. Green Zone amusement parks are also strictly vetted, but amusement parks don't have gun turrets flanking the entrance. Groza looks up at the menacing gun barrels towering over her. Looks like they've got a whole line of, enfilade. How exciting. I'm kinda curious, do they have the habit of raking their security checkpoints with gunfire? Groza doesn't respond, only looking at the gun turrets once again. Estimated waiting time, 15 minutes. We're almost there. The closer we get to the checkpoints, the more guards there are. There were hardly any people maintaining order when we were further away just now. Looks like they're concentrating their defenses around their home ground. Hello, and welcome to Darksteel Farm. Please have your entry permits ready for our presentation. Before you enter the checkpoint, I will need to vet your pre-inspection forms. There's no need to stop. Please continue moving along. Rosa displays the entry permits that Amanda has requested for them. Receive. One moment, please. A long, silent wait follows. Excuse me, is it done yet? Did you lose network connection or something? My apologies, but we have many visitors at the moment, and some delays are to be expected. Please understand. There's something strange about that last part, like there's a kind of unspoken, bizarre passive-aggressiveness brewing in the background. Rosa, Sabrina. Sensing something wrong, I quietly whispered a warning to them. Huh? Commander, what do you need me to do? Understood. Huh? Rosa realizes what I'm getting at and tucks her hands away without changing her expression. Ready for battle? Estimated waiting time 5 minutes. The guard ushers the people ahead of us into the checkpoint. Sabrina begins getting uneasy too. Commander, is it me, or are there more and more guards around us? Sabrina slides up. What? Sidles up? Sidles up to me, and I'm guessing slides up to me. Slides up to me, and asks me quietly, though there's still a hint of naive hope in her voice. Sorry to keep you waiting. A pair of gun muzzles suddenly appear from behind the guard, and the sound of turret machinery actuating comes from above us. Rosa moves to stand in front of me. Your entry permits have been frozen for confidential reasons. We politely request that you cooperate with our investigations. Your personal dolls and your weapons will be impounded for the time being. Should there be a misunderstanding, they will be returned to you shortly. Eh? Eh? You're taking us away too? Where to? Potential hostiles incoming. Commander, your orders please. I see people moving within checkpoints, and more and more guards begin stepping outside. Guided by the guards, the people around us in the queue begin distancing themselves from us, and more move over to more distant inspection counters. The steadily widening gap they leave around us is filled by the guards erecting portable barriers. I look up at the turrets above us, which seem to be taking aim. Now, fall back! Estimated waiting time 0 minutes. Bang, bang, bang. I like how the waiting time also, like, synchronizes with, like, what's going on. And now we get to the fight. Here we go. Yeah, when I saw... Oh, look, I forgot to change my team. Oh, well. I think I was using this team for, you know, the challenges. During the Mimi's Brothers loop. I think I was able to do all of it, except for, like, maybe the last boss of the first challenge. I forgot if I beat him or not, but I don't think so. Yeah, he was kind of hard. Okay. Good for you, Springfield. Yeah, I got like 2 healers here, but I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, all these guys are probably, you know, very weak and stuff. Alright, just take down that last guy, and then we're pretty much done here. There we go. Let's continue with the conversation. My Skemo. Rosa, we're gonna crash. We only just got on a jeep. Aye. Relax. A sharp turn is followed by a mad dash. What should we do? What should we do? They're still chasing us. My shield won't last much longer. Sudden braking is followed by rapid acceleration. Before the inertia can fling us out of the vehicle, Serena and I slam back into our seats. The traffic outside is heavy. It'll start them up too. They won't be able to pursue us for long. Keep it up for 30 more seconds. Okay. The Jeep performs several nimble twists and turns before leaving the whole mess behind it. Whew. Looks like we lost them, Commander. Rosa, you're amazing. A blinking light representing an incoming transmission comes on. It's from the Elmo. I reach out and accept the transmission. Commander, I'm seeing your Jeep coming back. Did something happen? There was a small issue. Our entry permits were frozen, and we were nearly detained by the checkpoint security. We just shook off their pursuit. Looks like going in through the front door isn't an option. You call that a small issue? You're so cool, Commander. We'll need to find another way into the settlement. Perry, use your contacts and the Elmo's comms gear and think of something. I'll take Rosa and Sabrina with me to scout the surroundings. Between us, we might be able to come up with a plan. The settlement was built over a set of ruins, so keep an eye out for pre-existing ventilation ducts, water pipes, and signs of remaining infrastructure. I refuse to believe they managed to steal everything off when they built these settlements. Got it. I'll work on it right away. I lean back into my seat, calming my racing heartbeat and respiration. We should get started too. 6 hours ago, so 4 hours in advance. Commander, our drones found an abandoned passage. It looks like a sewer from a long time ago. It might be able to bypass the checkpoints and allow access to the settlement. Send the details over. Perry sends the footage and coordinates from the recon drone. Our drones only managed to penetrate a short way into the passage because there's a drainage grate inside. There's a lot of stuff caught on the grate too, so this is all we could get. A doll could probably tear it through if they went in, though. It's nearby. That's good. Commander, Sabrina and I can head in to scout the path. Alright, let's move out. There we go. So yeah, I wonder why we're going for Chohua. I'm guessing it's because Aminda lost contact with her. Or like we're supposed to meet up. You know, we got that texting. I don't know if it's just only for like, for reunion sake. Just to, get the band back together. Or maybe is there like more? Frame self-diagnosis complete. Self-system diagnosis complete. Attempting to connect to local area network failed. Accessing neural backup data. Failed. Select the new neural log destination directory. Neural cloud will be backed up to a local destination. Confirm. SSD62D Chohua. I'm guessing what that was with the, the text over here was that Chohua was trying to like, back up her neural cloud. Because, I think she might be expecting to go down here. This interview session regarding your involvement with multiple supply theft incidents will be conducted under the supervision of the inspector and 3 on-duty representatives. It's not advancing, even though I'm pressing the click button. Guess I'll wait for a bit. Yes, no. There we go. Now it's working. I'm using another mouse to click, just because it's like wireless. I had to use my wired mouse. Please be aware that your statements are admissible in the court of law. Do you fully understand that preceding statement, as it has been presented to you? Yes. You already told me last time. An image is projected on the wall, and Chohua looks at it. A pair of tactical dolls flank a human in body armor as they slowly retreat from an encirclement of security troopers. Their situation looks precarious. Chohua's attention is drawn to the silver-haired doll, who seems to be at loss for what to do next. Then she quickly glances at the other dolls and the human they're both protecting. See, that's us. She stares at them for a long time until her attention is drawn away by the head interrogator. Do you know the people in this image? I can't be sure. Did they come to link up with you? I can't be sure. No, wait. Even if I did know them, they'd only be here to pick me up. What's this nonsense about linking up with me? Your statement indicates that these people are similar to the others that you know. Is that true? Do you know who they are? I maintain my right to silence. You guys have that here, right? Do you or do you not know their plan or route of withdrawal? Nope. Have you told them where the stolen goods are placed? That's the leading question. I don't know anything about the stolen goods or whatever. Let's move back to you. Do you have any collaborators? Collaborators? Say what? Obviously, she isn't going to get an answer. After a brief silence, a voice interrupts the questioning. Inspector, I have something to say. It's important. It's urgent. The speaker is so excited that his voice cracks a little, but Chohua can just barely make out the voice's owner. Chohua's eyes light up. Chief Yura, are you there? I think I heard your voice. Sit down, Yura. It's not your place to speak. I have evidence. My people just found some new evidence. The loudspeaker cuts off with a beep, leaving only the sound of electrical humming and crackling to echo inside the room. Yura? Hello? I can't hear you guys. Hello? Hello? Hey, are you guys listening to me? Silence engulfs the room. Chohua looks at the one-way mirror, and she has a vague idea about what might be happening on the other side, but it's beyond her reach. Comms check. Commander, this is Groza and Sabrina. I'll read you. The beam from my headlamp barely manages to illuminate the ground at my feet, but it also makes the fathomless darkness all the more sinister. Groza can hear the echoes of her voice and her footsteps. We just cut through 2 layers of the grate, and we've made it into the tunnel. There seems to be more than one path through here, and I can feel the movements of the air. I think there's another opening here. We haven't encountered any enemies so far. We're continuing toward the center of the settlement, but it seems a little too quiet. What are the conditions inside the tunnel? We're seeing signs of limescale and traces of sedimentation. Perry's guess was right. This was probably part of the drainage system, just abandoned for a long time. The insides are pretty flat and the atmospheric sensors aren't picking up anything unusual. Looks like things are going a bit more smoothly than expected. Don't get careless. Stay alert and carry on. Understood. The transmission ends. Groza, what did you mean when you said it seems a little too quiet? Isn't that a good thing? Doubt starts creeping into Sabrina's voice. Why would they overlook a tunnel of this size? It's not like it's a smaller drain. The people on the surface are well equipped, but they didn't fortify or harden an obvious opening like this. I find it hard to believe that this was just an oversight by the settlement's leadership. Since when was our luck ever this good? Yeah, you're right, but what could it mean? Maybe there's a reason that they don't need to defend this place, or perhaps setting up defenses were too costly. Huh? Wait, does that mean this place is dangerous? I'm starting to get goosebumps. Groza suddenly comes to a halt. What happened? Did you hear something? I might be imagining things. No, you should come listen to it too. Sabrina stops and tilts her head attentively. Nope, I don't hear a thing. Sabrina pulls a small device out of her frame's internal storage. I made this audio amplifier myself. Maybe I'll hear something when I hook it up. The gentle breeze blows through and carries with it a quiet sound of some kind of ephemeral wailing. I think I heard something. It sounds like human speech. Groza, this is the physical world, right? Ghosts and such, they don't exist, right? Human speech, what are they saying? Shh. I'll try to listen in. Me? Help me. Well, it's definitely human speech. It's coming closer to us. A quiet cry for help. The sound of something heavy dragging across the ground. Footsteps gradually resolving into clarity. Cut your lights and hug the wall now. What? What's happening all of a sudden? Too late. Before she can finish, a swift gust of wind rushes past Sabrina's legs. What are all these elites doing here? Prepare for battle. Yeah, that's probably why. I'm guessing that they decided to not defend this tunnel is because, it's like dangerous in here. Elites and all. It is actually a pretty big tunnel, wow. Like, this is an extremely big tunnel for, like, having, like, a battleground like this. Like, this is a sewer, right? I mean, I've never seen, real-life sewers. I've only seen them in, like, movies and games. Like, I don't know what the appropriate size would be for a sewer, but this one seems like it's huge. Like, just the size of it all. Alright, 2 more to go. Yeah, I'm guessing this is why they don't decide to, put any defenses, because that's what the elites are over here. Groza takes down the last of the Elids. Finally, was it the last one? Can I turn my lights on now? I'm turning mine on now. The person calling for help. She's still alive. Miss, you're alright now. Are you hurt? The woman in question is collapsed on the ground. Her eyes drift around unfocusedly, and then she suddenly erupts into an ear-piercing shriek. Hey! You beat up all the bad guys. It's okay, it's okay. Stay back. Miss, you're hurt. Do you need any help? We're dolls, not Elids. Sabrina tries to smile in a disarming way, as much as possible. Rosa tugs on Sabrina's sleeve and shakes her head imperceptibly. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Her wailing trails off into silence. Dang, do you think she was also questioned too? I feel like maybe the inspector and all, they eventually came to like a harsh interrogation with her, and like she somehow escaped. Her wailing trails off into silence. Miss? Oh no, she's passed out. Is it from blood loss? What should we do? I'll try and stop the bleeding. Sabrina pulls a first aid kit out of her frame's internal storage. Rosa quickly triages the woman's injuries. Then she glances toward the direction of the Elids, and the woman have come from. The signs of drag marks are immediately obvious. Most of the blood loss is from gun wounds. Her abrasions are too severe, and she was only dragged for a short distance. If we could follow them back to their source, perhaps their origin is also our destination. Are we bringing her with us while we do that? Moving that while carrying a casualty is kind of difficult. Sabrina, you stay here and care for her. Back me up when needed. I'll head out for a bit before coming back. I'll be gone for 20 minutes. It won't be far, and the risk should be manageable. But that's so dangerous. If you run into Elids again. Sabrina meets Groza's gaze and swallows the words she's about to say. Okay, I got it. Still, don't push yourself too hard and come back soon. 20 minutes later. I receive a comms request from Groza while I sit in the jeep. Groza, how's it looking? Commander, we found an entrance to the settlement. However, something unexpected happened. Groza briefly describes what happened. Got it. So that wounded lady is out of danger for a moment, but she can't be moved easily either. Is that it? Yes, Commander. Should we bring her back to the Elmo? We can't be sure if she's an ally or enemy, and we don't know about Chowa's condition. Groza, Sabrina, wait there for a bit. I'll meet up with you, and then we'll enter the settlement together. As for the wounded woman, I'll have Kolfin and Vepley look after her. We'll decide on our next move once she regains consciousness. Why Vepley? All she's gonna do is like maybe stress out the woman more. Like, do you want to hear Vepley sing? No, I don't know. Understood. Yeah, I feel like Vepley's gonna make the situation a bit more stressful too. Alright, let's keep on going, man. Yeah, when are we gonna get back to Paradius? It's been a long while. They were mentioned in the previous event. But yeah, I think for now, the story has been just focusing on, reuniting the dolls, and maybe that's when we'll, once we got enough, that's when we'll get back to the Paratus storyline, to the Helena storyline, because it's been like a long time since that whole thing happened. Our first day of searching for Chohua in the trade fair ends in failure. We discuss our next move after meeting up. Should we go investigate another location? While a few places are as populated as the trade fair, we might be able to learn something new. Or maybe we could walk around the fair again. We've only gone around the place once, so we might have missed something. Sabrina looks over the trade fair again. There are eye-catching mascots everywhere, and while the decorations aren't too fancy, they're enough to dazzle the eye. The vendors and customers just keep pouring in, making the environment more and more complex with each passing moment. Let me think. Commander, there's a heavy... Rosa's warning is drowned out by the roar of the engines. All I see her mouth moving, and the crowd beginning to move. The vendors don't look nervous. Why is that? Rosa freezes up for a moment, then begins surveying her surroundings without saying a word. The nearby merchants don't look afraid. In fact, they're smiling. Indeed, this kind of noise usually precedes a bandit raid. In other settlements, merchants would have started packing up by their stalls by now. It's the expedition team. They're, the expedition team has returned. I heard that the road running in front of the warehouse was under repair recently, so the expedition team is detouring through here. Friend, when you say expedition, what exactly are you talking about? Oh, are you customers from the outside? You'll see a bunch of heavily armed guys passing through here in a bit. They're the expedition force of our Darksteel farm. Don't worry, dear customer. They're not here for involuntary asset transfers. We don't operate like the people on the outside. Look, the convoy is actually passing through. It's your lucky day. You'll get to see our expedition team leader in the flesh. That doesn't happen often. Their expeditions usually go on for a really long time. In the past, Leader Garen would bring his boys back in just a few days, but recently they've gone up for up to 2 weeks at a time. Yeah, good thing they made it back in a timely manner. I bet they got lots of good stuff with them. This is a good sign. The roar of engines gradually dies down, and everyone turns to look in the same direction. A convoy of jeeps and heavy bikes slowly cruises by. The convoy is led by a big motorcycle. Its rider is a massive man in full combat gear who's casually steering his ride with one hand while waving with the other. His response seemed to excite the surrounding vendors, who begin to shout and cheer. You might not know this, but the reason why we can set up shop here without having to worry about anything is because the expedition leader Garen and his boys go out and collect supplies for us. In fact, it's thanks to Leader Garen's valiant efforts that this festive trade fair is even possible in the first place. It's every man for himself on the outside, right? And here, everyone has a job and we do it. The expedition team finds stuff and we sell it. Yeah, life's easy for us because everyone does their part. Still, the hardest working people on the farm are Inspector Leo and expedition leader Garen. So the inspector is named Leo. Yep, it's gotta be Inspector Leo and expedition leader Garen. No doubt about it. It's the inspector and the expedition leader. Why aren't you acquiring further, dear customer? Aren't you at least a bit curious about these big shots of ours? How can we keep praising them if you don't ask us about them? Go on. The vendors seem to be in such high spirits that it actually comes off as a little oppressive to the dolls. Okay, so why does everyone like them so much anyway? It's nothing special, really. It's just because they built Darksteel Farm with their own hands, brought everyone together, and distributed the work among all of us, that's all. That's right, and they built our checkpoints, laid down the settlement's guidelines, made sure they come back from all their expeditions with something to show for them, and enrich all of our lives with a fair and well-planned system of distributing resources. Simple as that. The vendors are all smiles as they look expectantly at the dolls. Why are you looking at me? Are you waiting for me to say something? Let me see. I see. Your inspector and expedition team leader sound like great people. Bringing Sabrina along was the right decision. The vendors seemed satisfied with that. Just then, there was movement from the other side of the trade fair. A man escorted by uniformed guards heads toward the expedition convoy. The vendors' attention are drawn to the newcomer. Oh hey, the inspectors are come to welcome the expedition back. You sure are lucky, dear customers. You get to see both our prominent figures at once. That's pretty good, right? Since our big shots get along, the rest of us can live in peace. I heard that in the past, they were both bounty hunters who befriended each other. Their friendship older than the settlement. Both contingents make contact, and from where I'm standing, I can see the expedition leader take his mask off and laugh heartily. The inspector and the expedition leader clap together or clap each other on the shoulders, and their mouths move, but their words are drowned out by the surrounding noise. Groza, can you get closer? Try and eavesdrop on what they're saying. Groza nods and blends into the excited crowd. Shortly afterwards, the groups head away from the fair together, and Groza returns to my side. They were just exchanging greetings. The inspectors seemed to be asking about their casualty status, and the expedition leader replied, We're old hands at this, so we didn't lose anyone. It was the milk run. You, on the other hand, you better speak up if you're having any difficulties. You both know how things have been for the past 2 years. Doesn't sound anything special. Is all the stuff we're learning going to help us find Choha? It doesn't seem relevant right now. Perhaps we need to change our approach. Let me think. Right, back to work. Seeing the inspector and the expedition leader make me feel like I need to do my part too. The festive trade fair is our battleground. That's right. We need to lock in too. I'll keep an eye on my stall, and the Nian is going to make a single gram away from me. Even if Boojum comes, it won't get anything from me either. I'd rather those Boojums stay away forever. Well, even if one does turn up, I'm sure Expedition Leader Garen can deal with it, right? I heard that he beats 100 elites to death when he was outside with his bare hands. What? What? Can humans even do that? Why not? That's what all those pulp novels from circulating in the farm say. Granted, I haven't seen him actually do it in person, but it's got to be grounded in reality. There's got to be some basis to it, right? Still, I haven't heard from anyone that being robbed by the Neon recently. My nephew's in the guards, and they say they've caught a suspect for being a Neon. Maybe there won't be any more robberies from now on. Can you catch something like that? Michael's in the expedition team. He says it's an immortal monster that comes and goes without a trace and only goes to sleep in the spring. I have no idea what they've been talking about since just now. What's a Neon? Is it a new kind of Elid? Well, I guess we'll figure that out next time, guys. So yeah, I'll resume this next time. Yeah, next video will be the 100th video. And yeah, man, it's been a journey. And yeah, can't wait for like 100 more afterwards. But yeah, that'll be for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good